Oh my days. Oh my goodness. Try and get things looking good. Okay. You can see I have some people. Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? Oh, lots of you in the chat. Hi, Lizzie, Susan, Cheryl, Peel and Plan, Dante, Anne-Marie. Welcome, you made it into a live. Christine, Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Newbie, enjoy. Anna Karen, Kay, Senga, Chicken, Patsy, Leslie, Sharon, Alison, Sandy, Peggy. Oh my goodness, lots of you. Cheryl, Carla. Oh, you must have missed me on Wednesday. That's all I can say. Good evening all. How are we all doing? First things first, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kay. Happy birthday to you. Hope you've had a really lovely day, Kay. And I hope everybody else is doing well. It's warming up. I've been out in the garden today. Perfect way to spoil a Sunday. Gardening. I hate it. Hey, Kathy. Okay. Oh my days. Okay, so hope we're all okay. We are having some Lord of the Rings stained glass tonight. I'll actually just move the hoop. Let me just move it around a little bit. I just moved the hoop because I'd finished a little bit I was doing, and I figured, you know, start off with a nice clear bit. I've got Andy with me. Hi, Gail. Andy is currently devouring Father's Day sweets. The girls have spoiled him, as they often do. I've been out in the garden. I've got nettled. I've got thorned. But we've got some garden clear. So we don't do gardening very much in this house. He's eating licorice all sorts, Leslie. We got him some jelly tots, some licorice all sorts. What else did they get you? Some socks, a joke book, key ring, card, all kinds of bits and bobs. Hey, Jane. Two Dancing Peacocks is in the PTT Try and Object of Choice tonight. Donate for 3 stitches so far. Oh, cool. Lizzie says, Andy, when you were in Cambridgeshire, did you hear of Swaffham Prior?
I know Swaffham Prior. Why?
Lizzie's asking. Leslie says, tell us some jokes, Andy. Oh, that was good, weren't it?
From my joke book, you mean?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Hey, Laurie.
Let me find my joke book.
They are dad jokes, proper dad jokes. Be warned.
Yeah, some of these, you'll know them all. So let me just go. I'll find a random. On each page, there's 4 jokes. So I'll just read a random page. Let's see. Let's go for. Okay.
Hey, Lisa.
Did you hear about the fire at the shoe factory? Unfortunately, many souls were lost. How do you hire a horse? Put it up a ladder. My manager told me to have a good day.
So I went home.
So I didn't go into work. Who won the neck decorating contest? It was a tie.
So there we go. Hey, Lisa. What was that one that I shared with you from my resource the other day about The beavers.
The beavers?
Saw a documentary about beavers, but it was damn good or something.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Laurie's lurking for a bit. Fish tank day, no problem at all, Laurie.
Fish tank day?
Yeah, cleaning fish tank, I think. Hey, Tracy. Leslie says, thanks, Andy. I asked, she says, because there's a family connection of hers in Swaffham Prior. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Anyway, what's everybody working on? Lord of the Rings stained glass for me. Filling in the back, the black first, and I'm down to 56,000 stitches of black. This will be Aragorn. I hope to see his head, at least, pardon me, at least his head. Laurie says, baby Gary might get his own tank today. Patsy's working on the old craft room. I know Cheryl's working on a Disney cross stitch. Sandy's got elephant puzzle. Adrian Chesterman, Pain Free Crafts, 8.3%. Susan's finally getting to stitch after 3 weeks of house guests and all that goes with that. Oof. 3 hours of house guests and I'm ready for my stitching. Moon Gaze in hair for Sharon. Heaven and Earth Design. Tracy Albert's working on Disney Princesses. Mountain Village for Susan. B for Senga. Lizzie, this time next week she'll be in Glossop. Angelique. Hi, Angelique. My Fluffy Valentine by Gecko Rouge for Carla. Peel and Pan, clearing up my desk and I might try and finish Etsy. Cross stitch, cool. Anne-Marie's paper crafting a Father's Day card. Jane is working on Dragon Star. Hopefully top 3 pages will be finished by Tuesday. Dante's not stitching right now, but I'll be working on Good Omens stained glass at some point. Susan had to hide her stitching, had a 5, a 4 and a 3-year-old there. Natalie's going to be doing 50 stitches on a Haid. And Kay has pre-ordered Rainbow a pair of unicorn scissors from Michelle. Oh, cool. Steampunk Beauty for Leslie in Sew and Tell. Brilliant. Sew and Tell thread is open, by the way, in the group. Cheryl's working on Mountain Cabin, Dominic Davidson. I like that one. It's quite a pretty piece. Hey, Michelle. Lizzie's thumb's still sore, so she's not cross-stitched all this week. That should be a pair of rainbow unicorn scissors. Ah, cool. Lady in Poppies for Gail. Lovely. I saw a picture of your tiger earlier as well, Gail. It's looking good. I've been working 100 stitches a day on my bee since the beginning of the month. It's going quite well. Really, really nice to get, you know, that extra progress on it. Alison's busy working the 310 in on the 1 ring. Cool. We're twinning tonight then, Alison, because I'm just doing 310 on this one as well. Anyway, what's everybody been up to? I put my out of office on Friday. Woohoo! Did do a bit of overtime today, but I put my out of office on. Stepdad's been here for his dinner. Made a cottage pie, that was nice, it went down well. I've just got Lauren and Andy in today. Hannah is out. Hannah, sorry I'm a bit late, was having a rant. Oh, do tell, if you can. And of course we will tell you that you were right, absolutely. Kay says, yum, not had cottage pie for ages. Michelle, I'm multitasking, Grand Prix on, watching me and stitching 1600 stitches today. Cool. Patsy joined Slimming World on Tuesday last week. It's got a bit of a learning curve to it. It has. My inbox is open. If you've got any questions, Patsy, not a problem. You know that. I've been doing it for 2 years, near enough. So if I'm not an expert by now, I never flipping will be, will I? Just stuff work, housework, dog walk, etc. Oh, you were definitely right then. I had one of those rants the other day. Didn't I, dear?
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is just say that. You're definitely right. Yeah, of course, Patsy, no worries at all. Could even put in a call if you want, not a problem. Alison's harvesting gooseberries today, made a pie. Hubby's happy. Personally, she doesn't like gooseberries, but doesn't eat it. But if it keeps him happy. Susan has discovered she's too old and too short to step over a baby gate with her hands full. Ended up face planting and is still nursing a sprained wrist. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Life lesson, do not climb over a safety gate with your hands full. Liz is busy packing away in her head. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine for weather. Michelle's had 4 days of peace. Hubby has been on an annual trip away. Cool. Nice when you get a bit of peace time. Andy did it on Friday. He went away. And then Lauren came and scrambled in bed with me on Friday night, because she often does when Andy's away, and we played tug of war over the duvet. Standard that for me and her. Susan thinks she'll learn that one. Yeah, hard lesson to learn though. I've got a nice big scratch on my ankle from getting thistled today out in the garden. My lesson is don't do gardening. Unfortunately, it's not. I have to. I hope you got the bell ready as well, dear. So we'll be doing show and tell at about 8:15 as usual. So you've got about half an hour to pop something on the thread if you haven't already done so. If you wish. Doesn't have to be cross stitching, can be any craft. Okay, so the big stitch retreat for next year opened. Pre-orders for those who were previous attendees. I have secured my place. I've already paid for it, so I'm going next year. I know there's at least 2 of you that are in this chat who are going. I am quite excited for it. It's going to be another smashing couple of days. I really, really enjoyed the last one. So, and it'll be nice to see people from last time. And yeah, just spend some time doing it. There's a lot more vendors there this year. Hey, Brittany. Oh, Alison, you're going too. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Good stuff. Because not that Hannah is and Michelle is. And I know some people are waitlisted for the general release. Hey, Ebony. How are you this evening? Oh, keep going blurry. Not bad. Finally getting back into FlossTube. Just been catching up on my updates. Oh, cool. I'm off work this week, so I get a chance to FlossTube end of. So I've got a few bits that I want to do. I wish I was going, but that I can save up in time. They've changed it this year as well. It has to be paid all at once. Last year they were able to do like a deposit and then pay the remainder so many days before, but they've not done that this year. But I'd already had the money ring fenced anyway. Because what I get from model stitching and YouTube and things means that I've been able to ring fence the money for it. So, oh, speaking of ring fenced money, the money that I had for framing She Sleeps, I am going on a road trip on Wednesday. I'm going to go and pick up She Sleeps. And I cannot wait. It's like my baby's coming home. So Lisa sent me a text a couple of days ago telling me, well, yesterday, whenever it was, telling me it was ready. And I was all excited. I was reading the text out to Andy. And it all came out in a complete jumble. And he was like, hang on. What did you say? And I was like, you know, then words of one syllable. Because I was so excited when I got the text. Patsy, I can't wait either. I absolutely, and I'm so glad it's coming this week when I'm off. Because I can go and get it myself. Otherwise it would have been Andy going to get it. But no, I can go and pick it up. I haven't yet decided whereabouts I'm going to hang it. I've got some options, but I haven't decided yet. I haven't made up my mind. I think really I just want to get it back and then look at it and then try it in a few places and then decide. It's definitely going to be in shall we say, like a public area, so either dining room or in a living room or in a hallway or something like that, because you know, Andy suggested, oh, it's called She Sleeps, maybe it should be in a bedroom, and I'm like, no. No, I want to show it off. It's my baby. I mean, I worked for what, about 18 months on it. So it's a nice drive out, a lovely trip out. Well, Andy knows Alston Perry. Andy used to read meters, so he knows exactly where she is. So, but yeah, it's about an hour away from us. It'll go lovely with the red sofas. Yeah, it will. Although I'm looking at hopefully doing a complete remodel in my living room. I've been saying for a while it needs a new carpet, new curtains, probably new sofas because the cat's been at this one. But yeah. Can't wait until I can drive again. Are you going to do an open house so we can see it? What I'm going to do, Jane, is I'll do a YouTube short. But also on Wednesday stream. I'll show you guys on Wednesday stream as well. But yeah, I'm just so excited to see it. I can't even wait. I just realised I had no idea how many stitches I'd done before I started the stream. But luckily I've only marked off about 20, so 1,040. Dee-dee-dee-dee. 5 weeks. I've sent off the application to get my license back as the surgeon wrote a letter saying he can't see any reason for you not to have it back. Oh, cool. That'll be a lot better for you, Michelle. Be nice to get your independence back. Dee, 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 dee. I bet you can't wait. Oh, all of a sudden got quite warm. I'm hoping Lisa's at the big stitches. I'm hoping 4 Seasons is done by then. Yeah, she is going to the big stitch. She's down as one of the vendors. Yes, indeed, Patsy. Uh-oh. Hi, Enid. And here Lauren having a swim. I swear to God, that kid, she doesn't have a bath. She has a swim. Yeah, the only one I think that's not going to be there, from what I can see, is Hawkins Hobbies. Surprisingly. We booked Maldives for next year. It's our 20th anniversary, so we're going to go somewhere special. Oh, lovely. Our honeymoon was cancelled 3 days before we got married. Oh, heck. Well, I think there's been an upgrade there with the Maldives, irrespective of where the honeymoon was booked. I would call the Maldives an upgrade, wouldn't you, love?
I would.
We went to 3 places on our honeymoon, didn't we?
We did.
We did. We went to the Isle of Man, and we went to London, and then we had the rest of it in Rome. Sistine Chapel, no less. because it was booked as a Christmas present for me, a trip to Rome, and then we just turned it into a honeymoon. Been speaking to Serena. Apparently they didn't have enough room for them to be there. Oh, I'm surprised at that because it's a huge place. We hit 40 this year, says Laurie. That's 2 life terms. I deserve a solo vacation. Yes, you do. Absolutely you do, Laurie. We ended up in a normal hotel. I got food poisoning, so I was in bed for 3 days. Oh, crikey. Doesn't sound pleasant. Not at all. Okay. That's off. I sometimes wish I could take a break from myself. Dread to think how others feel. Is it? I think we all get like that sometimes. Yesterday there's a lot of spare space on the vendor side, but apparently not so for next year. I enjoyed my 2 solo vacations, but I did miss the company of him. So I wouldn't mind. I'd go somewhere on my own. I think the most I get to be going on my own is on the bus back from town. We went to town yesterday because we went and got Lauren's prom jewellery. And her and Hannah wanted to do a bit more shopping. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving you guys to it. I'm off. So my treat, to myself is a bus journey where I can scroll my phone in peace. And then I'm on the bus and Hannah phoned me. I got 30 years this year, says Alison, as did my brother-in-law and his wife, and my brother and his wife. My grandmother died between my wedding and my brother's wedding. Almost 4 weddings and a funeral. Oh, blimey. One of my lovely Facebook friends yesterday lost her mum. And I'm not quite sure how she was told, but it was a huge shock. I don't know whether it was in person or over the telephone or what. I can't imagine. I mean, I was there when my mum passed. I can't imagine, how she felt, because it's clear that she wasn't there. I explore when we're on holiday. I'm always wandering off on my own. Yeah, I like to do that. I did that once in Cyprus and got my way back to the hotel to work. I'm not sure if I'd do it in a foreign country. Me and Andy have gone off, you know, at times, you know, when together, when we've been abroad and had a look around, you know, without the girls. We left the girls back in the gîte or cottage or whatever we were renting. Strict instructions. And we've sort of, you know, had a bit of a drive around and whatnot, but you know. Last time we went to Nice, I was looking for Elton John's pad. Couldn't find it though. My hubby says I need reins on. I mean, we've been a few places where we've had a wander, haven't we, love? I think one of the places where we actually felt safest was one of the more dangerous ones. That was when we went to the Ukraine. Because, you know, obviously, you know, Ukraine, you know, we very little English speakers there and stuff. And, you know, we went to the Chernobyl zone. But weirdly, we felt safe there. Mine were abroad, which is why I missed him after the sun had set. Yeah. So what have I got planned this week? Lauren has a day and an assembly at school left, and then that's it. She's left school. I want to top up my master set and do some sorting out of my stitchy stuff. I've got some gardening to do. I'm going to put in some time every day in the garden. I want to get my nails done. That'll be later on in the week. We've got supermarket to do. Pick up She Sleeps. Anything else you can think of? You okay? Do you need to squeeze Pikachu?
No.
Oh, okay. So, even though I'm not working, it's a pretty action-packed week, I think. As well as stitching. I'm also going to be chasing up the solicitor this week and all. Find out if they have any news for me yet. Just move my camera up a wee bit because it's still blurring. And I'm trying to focus in a bit. There we go. See if that holds it any better. Oh, sounds like Lauren's out the bath. She did amazing again this week. Lost another 1.5 pounds. I found it, but we'll not talk about that. Another 5-ish minutes and we'll have a little show and tell and see what everybody's been working on. I like show and tell. Uh-oh, hubby's creeping. He brought me gin and tonic and strawberries from the garden and cream. Oh, what's he want, Michelle? Tell him he's got to wait until 9:30. Had a few new subscribers join, and if you have recently subscribed, thank you very much. Subscribing, of course, is free. He hasn't told you how much he spent at the weekend. Oh, that'll be it then. He's praying that you don't open the bank statement. One, it's only money, and two, you can't take it with you, can you? Oh, by the way, do you guys remember a few weeks ago and Shower Man, when I was walking to the bus and got a free show? A definite not safe for work free show. The house is for sale. Let's hope that the person moving in realizes that that window is not as frosted as it could be. Enid, got another hate comment on one of your videos. Block and delete them, Enid. Was it again about the same as the last time? Hey Norma, just a quick hello. Today's Father's Day in the US. Want to pop in with a hello. Happy stitching. Have a great week. Yes, it's Father's Day here as well in the UK, and I'm really sorry I forgot to mention. But I did say earlier on about Andy getting the European sweet mountain from the girls. But so yeah, so anybody out there who is shall we say a recipient of Father's Day wishes, because it's not only dads that can be a father, mums can too. You can take on the job of two sometimes, then give yourselves a pat on the back, and I hope you had a brilliant day. Yes, give them a raspberry. One of those. Block and delete them, Enid. You do not need that kind of negativity in your life. If they can't make a comment on the merits of the stitching content that you're putting out, and all they see fit to do is to critique the person behind the design, then definitely block and delete. I might go on a rant about it on my video, actually, on my floss tube this week. Because it's just as bad, isn't it, as bullying a person. Well, you know, bullying the creator, like what happened with Loan. Hello everyone, says Katie, hope you're all well and safe. I watch each week but mostly comment on Facebook. I too have those lost and found pounds. Recently lost £20 in 2 weeks, but not for good reason. I'm getting sick of it. I think the jerk is making ninja accounts and bots coming back for more. Oh dear. Ebony, that's awful. There's no need for it. I'll never understand why people feel the need to be mean. Well, you know, perhaps next video you need to preface it by saying that your floss tube video is about you and your stitching work. It's not about the person behind the design. And if people can't see past that and decide to leave an unwelcome comment, there's no place for them on your channel. Maybe people are going to think twice about what they write. It must be sad to have nothing better to do with your life than make others unhappy. That's so true. That is so true. That's what these people have got. All they've got in their lives is, how can I, you know, take the jam out of somebody's donut today by being a donut. I mean, you guys know what I'm like. I'm all about uplifting. And, you know, at the end of the day, some people, you know, just need to get a grip. Weird thing about this bit of stitching, I know it's Aragon that I'm doing, but it just doesn't make sense right now. I suppose it will once I've got more stitches in. Yes, I might have a rant on it about it on my floss tube, Enid, because nobody likes my tampon and gets away with it. It annoys me to death when, you know, people like yourself are getting the brunt end about your choices. Patsy's cold for about the first time in 9 years. Oh, heck. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. For a new stitcher, would you recommend railroading? It's a good habit to get into.
What's railroading?
Railroading is where you put, when you're doing this, it's with 2 strands. And when you are, you brought the thread through, and when you're putting the thread back down, rather than just blithely put it down, you put it between the 2 strands. You put your needle between the 2 strands of thread, so that once you've pulled the stitch through, the 2 strands sit like that next to each other on the stitch, because sometimes they can be like that or like that.
Oh, right, okay.
It makes you wonder how some people are brought up. Yes, absolutely, Sandy. It's brilliant. Oh, that's good, Patsy. Hey, Joyce. You are just in time. I'm about to go and start sew and tell.
Would you like a jingle?
In a second. I'm struggling with my tension, says Cheryl. Do you stitch it with a frame or a hoop or anything like that? Because railroading's not really connected to tension. It's connected, it's just a neatness thing. But yeah, what are you using a frame? What kind of frame is it? One that you have to sew the fabric onto, or a clip frame, or You know, what sort of frame? Joyce has just posted on the thread. Cool. Because depending on what kind of frame it is, that can have an impact. It might be that your fabric is not got enough tension within the frame. Clip frame, yeah. So clip frames are notorious for not having great tension. So it could be the frame that's actually doing it. But if anybody's got tips on how to improve tension on a clip frame, do let Cheryl know. I've got a clip frame, but it's been a while since I used it. I can't remember. I'm a Nerge girl now. I got converted to Nerges a while back. Okay, I think we can have a jingle, my love. Wrong sort of jingle. That was a tingle. Okay, just waiting for the group to load up, but here we go. Look, there's my lovely scratch from the garden. Best way to spoil a Sunday, that gardening. Okay. Oh, what did I do that for? That was silly. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so I have a couple of finishes to show you, which are not on the sew and tell thread, but they're still finishes nonetheless. Let me just sort my lights out. And the important one now, curtains. There we go. You guys will recognize this. This is Laura's Crescent Moon Dragon, Joan Elliott, and she has a finish. 8/16 count of blue Ada that she overdyed herself. Swapped the metallic thread for DMC metallics and had to substitute the beads, and all in all she's very happy with it. Started on the 29th of February 2024 and finished on the 12th of June. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit because you can't necessarily see the details. So we've got a beaded border and then the beaded moon. Isn't that just stunning? Awesome work, Laura. Congratulations on your beautiful finish. And then we had another finish from our lovely Norma. This is the month of June, stitching from the Sunflower Diaries Joy to the World series, 12 great designs. And as you can see, the little bear is after his honeybees, or after his honey, mindful of the bees. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Ashley won't be making the stream tonight. She's got internet troubles as well, bless her. Okay, right, let's go to tonight's sew and tell thread. 65 comments. Okay. So we're going to start with Kay. After losing her stitchy bug for a few days last week, she's busy working on 2 dancing peacocks. Haid Oleg Gavrilov today trying to catch up. This is her June book project and her birthday month new start. Go out of the way, keyboard, thank you. Should have been starting Fishman's Friends by Long Dog Samplers today, but Fabric and Floss is stuck in some sorting office, someplace between the supplier and Kay. She's at 0.72%, rude, and 0.72%, and she's, let me just get this curtain. There we go. And it's completed 3,496 stitches out of 486,500 so far. 25 count, easy count, even weave, CXC thread, 1/1 full cross. And as you can see, Kay has started there on the diagonal. And it's looking fab already. Okay, and Kay has shared the mock-up. And at start of stream, 843 stitches so far. So awesome stuff. Well done, Kay. And again, happy birthday to you. I'll not sing again. If you've got milk out, it'll curdle it. Right, Viv. Viv's not going to be around tonight, but she has made progress on the Pale Elf by Chris Bug, charted by Thread Geeks, and she's made it past 20,000 stitches. Milestone achieved. And Kay has shared the mock-up. So if you like this kind of thing, Thread Geeks has got you covered. And 20,000 stitches, it's a great milestone. Okay, Jackie asks about the channel name. Thank you for sharing the link there, Kay. Hannah, very limited progress this week, just a little brain fatigued, but going to stitch on this again tonight on live and see if she can get the post stitched. So this is a Jacek Yerka 4 Seasons. And it's super cute. That bear, I love him. Yeah, looking great, Hannah. She did, however, get an FFO. FFO, dear.
Oh, sorry.
I have to sack him if he carries on. Come on, you meant to laugh at that. That's funny. So this is summer, and it's beautiful. I know this is the one that you've had a bit of murder with, haven't you, Hannah? Absolutely fabulous. Okay, and we have yet another finish. This is Karen's Sunset by Carolyn Manning Designs. Look at that, how gorgeous and vibrant are those colours. Beautiful. This bell is going to be on overdrive, isn't it? And Karen has shared there the mock-up. It's one of the shooting star ones. And it's just lovely. Just lovely. Superb. Lovely to see these finishes coming in. Our Cheryl is still busy beavering away, working on her Disney cross-stitch. Who do we spy this time? Ariel, Ursula, Snow White? Maleficent, is it Maleficent up at the top? I'm not sure, but yeah, doing well there, Cheryl. Okay, we have for Kathy her second page finish on House of Tranquility, 20 count, easy count, 2/1. And it looks like full cross as well if I zoom right in. I think, yes. There we go. 2-page finishes. Awesome stuff. It's a good chunk of time to do a page, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, usually around sort of 5,000-ish stitches. Could be a long time. And there's the mock-up artwork by Yuri Thing. I'm not even going to try that one. And it's a heaven and earth design. Okay. Come on. Oh, you flipping nuisance. Stand by. Come on. It's being silly. Ah, dear. Okay. Oh, Koei keyboard. I hope Jackie has managed to join. Okay, Susan is busy working on Mountain Village by stitching masterpieces. Not much stitching this month due to house guests and a bad fall and a summer cold. She's working this in 1/1 10th stitch but has reached 10%. Awesome stuff. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You can see the mountain top there. And then as we go down the cabin and then the water. Lovely, but awesome. 10%. Can't grumble at that. Senga is busy still working away on B. This is the Gecko Rouge, same one as that I'm doing. Senga's a bit more further on than me. 11.25% complete. That wing looks awesome. I've almost, well, just grab it down actually. So there's my bee wing. And Senga's is a bit more filled in. It's looking beautiful, Senga. Absolutely stunning. Then honeycombs are starting to come in too. Okay, Lisa working on Celtic Dragon for the Stitches So Beautiful monthly challenge. 2/1 on 18 count Ada. She's reached a milestone of 10,706 stitches completed out of 160,000 and at 6.69%. Awesome stuff. Milestone achieved. 10,000 stitches. Again, it's a good chunk, isn't it? And Lisa has shared the mock-up. So this, look at how vibrant and green he is. Yes, the stitch is so beautiful piece. I really need to take a look at Stitches So Beautiful, but I don't. Okay, Michelle is busy working on At the Steps 1/1 on some 25 count. Started it on the 27th of May. And she is 6,636 stitches, 2.71% up to now. About 1,500 stitches behind target for a finish in 18 months. But she did have 4 days off this week preparing for something, but will soon catch up. Stitching is upside down at the moment, as she has a new frame, which is better for keeping the tension, but too big to reach the top of the canvas. So when she gets halfway up, she'll be turning it round. That's a great start so far, Michelle. And where is it? Look at how fabulous these look. Yummy flossers. Threads all sorted, 89 colours on one ring with the printed floss drops that she started doing. So if you need floss drops, go and have a look at Michelle's shop. And then she has shared what it will look like when it's finished. And of course, this is a Leonid Afromov piece, and it's gorgeous. Great stuff. Okay, Laurie is busy working on Jemmy by Dragon Muse Heaven and Earth Design. She's doing this on some 28 count, 1/1. She's at 2.33%, and she's not stitching the background. Hey, Maddie. Needle Minder has been gifted to her from Tracy P. Look at that. Isn't that a cutie? Absolutely lovely. Okay. And let's have a look. Here is the mock-up. And as Laurie says, couldn't say no. How cute is he? I'm not a huge dragon fan, but you know, that's cute. Okay. Oh, it's done it again. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck's going on with this tablet, but I'm going to chuck it out the window in a minute. Oh, no, I don't want to collaborate with Fairy Cross Stitch. Go away. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. It's now misbehaving completely. Tell you what, I'll have a drink of tea while I'm waiting. That's better. Come on. See if we can't get through the rest of Sew and Tell without a thingy doing a wonky. Go away.
Without a thingy doing a wonky.
Yeah.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Charlotte, we'll see us later for the replay. She has got a day out for Father's Day. Yeah. Sandy's Elephant Puzzle. Adrian Chesterman, Pain Free Crafts, 8.3%. So you guys get it, don't you? It's a thingy bob doing a wonky. And here's the mock-up. So yeah. Okay, I think I know what it wants me to do. There we go. Tori has put another 3,000 stitches into her Cosmic Marbles. Match colour, Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Design. 28 count, 1/1, full cross, and she's finished page 6, and she's now at 17.7% complete. Thank you for the ring of the page finish ring there.
I heard it.
You certainly did. I had my Cosmic Marbles out this week. And here is the mock-up. These lovely fingernails that need chopping, Laurie. I'm getting ready to have them done. Oh, driving me bananas. But there we go. Brittany has just pulled this beauty back out after having it in timeout for a while. This is Magic Study Rainbow version by Rose Khan, charted by Haid. Both the artist and the chart are retired. Stitching this on 32 count 1/1 full cross, and she's at 1.62%. And this was Brittany's start point. And this is where Brittany is now. Wow, you've got some progress in on that. And what's in the next comment? Here is the mock-up. There we go. Magic Study Rainbow version. Rose Khan has got some pieces through Pain Free Crafts. Couldn't tell you what they are, but I know that she's got some through Pain Free Crafts. Jane. My latest Seeing on Top Dancers by Long Dog. This is on 32 counts of leftover from something else, and it's sewn 2/2. Okay. And Jane's putting some awesome colours into a Long Dog. That's the thing about Long Dogs. They can lend themselves really quite well to having lots of colours in. And this is Jane's update on Star Dragon, also on 2/2 on 32 count fabric. Some lovely colours in that. I like those. Okay. Seeing should be sewing and us should be is. Predictive text annoyance. Oh dear, Jane. Predictive text can be a pain in the bum. Absolutely. Leslie has started back on Steampunk Beauty by Artisy, stitching 2/1 tent on 25 count something or other. 38,095 out of 60,000 stitches done, which is 63.49%. I do know that it's even weave, but the photos disappeared and she popped it on below. And here is Leslie's work. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And the mock-up. There we go. So it's an Artisy chart, 200 by 300 stitches. So there we go. That is a pretty chart. I like it. Maddie has a start and finish. This is a mini fox by Trimmets, and she's now working on a butterfly. It's a super little finish. Absolutely super. Okay. And then here is Maddie's start on her butterfly. Absolutely lovely. Well done, Maddie. Peggy is working on Your Dreams by Jodie Bergsma, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. 1/1 on some 25 count even weave. The iris is stitching up fairly quickly since it's not as confetti heavy as the background. And this is also Peggy's June book project. And I do like this piece. I think it's very pretty. So yeah, another stunning piece. What else we got here? So Steampunk Beauty for Kathy. So she's working on the same piece as Leslie. 11.5% complete, and this is on some 16 count Ada. Looks great. Loving seeing these progresses. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's definitely the same one. Our Sharon is working towards the final corner of her moon gazing hair, Heaven and Earth design. 64.72%. Almost at 65%. Let me know if you get it on the stream. And Sharon has shared the mock-up. This is a Lisa Parker piece. And of course, Heaven and Earth design, but look how gorgeous that one is. Super cute. Okay, Carla is busy on a Gecko Rouge piece, My Fluffy Valentine, a River Peacock by Gecko Rouge, 18 count, 2/1 full cross. She's 801 out of 102,400 stitches in at 0.78%. And if there's any doubt, the needle minder shows you what this piece is going to look like. Great start there, Carla. And yeah, there is the full square piece. How cute are they? Really lovely. Patsy is still working on the old craft room by Haid. Artwork Ciro Marchetti. Sitting on 20 count Ada, 2/1 and at 9.82%. Do I spy Christmas puddings on your Jama bottoms there, Patsy?
This is a long old show and tell, is it not?
It is a long old show and tell. I spy Christmas puddings. Makes me want Christmas pudding now.
Wrong time of year for that.
I know, but I like Christmas pudding.
I don't think it would go well with your diet, Mrs.
Well, no. She says she's only just noticed that there's a mouse on the swing above the cat.
A mouse?
Yeah. So there's the cat and there's the mouse.
There's a moose loose about this.
It's going to be one of them pieces, Patsy, I think, where you're going to be looking at it and then you'll find something else. And then you see the woman in the picture here. And then another lady in a cameo over there. Going to be one of them. Cool. Come on. Dead comfort. Oh, good. Okay. Jennifer is busy working on Treasures of the Sea. Artwork again by Oleg Gavrilov. Charted by Haid. An 18 count easy grid Ada. 2/1 full cross. 76,316 stitches out of 192,150. So 39.72% complete. It's beautifully detailed, isn't it? And Jennifer has shared the mock-up. There we go. A fabulous ocean piece. Gail is not far off a finish with her Lady with Poppies, and she just needs to order some more thread. It's beautiful, Gail. It's come out so well so far. Excuse me. Alison is busy working on an artisty piece, a mini abstract landscape, 4,918 stitches out of 26,600 or 18.49%. First time on 25 count. She's struggling and is making a few mistakes, but liking how it's coming along. Taking part in a series of challenges. This is book 1, chapter 1. Awesome stuff. It looks really, really good. Oh, the cat's going to open the curtains now. She likes to get on the windowsill.
Not that there's anybody to look out the window at.
Come on. Go on, so I can close the curtain. Okay, we have a finish for Joyce. She's doing some knitting whips, a Musselburgh hat and a pair of socks. Super job. And here are the finished socks. Just vanilla socks, started before she retired, but always had something simple to knit on during Teams meetings. Brilliant job, Joyce. Patricia is busy working on her June book style. 2022 stitches so far this month. This is Lily Otter by Rendale, but the pattern is in the World of Cross Stitch magazine. Was. Super cute. And there is the mock-up. And it's really, really nice how you've used some gorgeous blue fabric there. Such a little cutie. I think that could be everything from Sew and Tell. I'm going to double check.
Always double check. You never know.
You never know.
You'll never know.
Yeah, Rendale ones are really cute. It's reset it, refreshed itself again. Rendale one's really cute. I like the bothy thread ones. I did the retired couple one, Golden Years, bothy threads. That was really nice. I'm just going to double check, make sure I haven't missed any. Yeah, I echo exactly what Kay and Sandy have said. Lovely variety, lovely stitching. So well done, everybody, and thank you to those of you who have come and commented an item for Sew and Tell. I shall turn off the comments and we will have a new thread on Wednesday. So thank you very much, guys. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, yeah, so do keep your eye on the group because there's lots of questions and opinions and links and chatty threads on there, but also in the events tab. By clicking on the events tab, you will see the June bug and the Stitch Mania one, so you can always just hop on and go take a look at what people are working on. So Charlotte has started a new one. There's Senger's Bee, Maddie's project, and so on. So there's lots and lots of pictures in here as well. So don't forget to check out the events tab. Also, I'm looking at for the July one, doing Christmas stroke winter in July. So best of both worlds. You can pick one project that suits both, or two projects, one for each, doesn't matter. But Christmas or winter in July. I think it'll be everybody, won't it? It'll be, it'll suit everyone. So I should probably set that up later this week as well. Congratulations, says Michelle. Having been called a super enabler and a dealer for all I sell, I've just been enabled for 3 pieces. Crikey Moses, Michelle, what have you been buying? Cheryl says, I loved every piece. Congrats, ladies, lovely work. Yes, fabulous work. So really, really well done, everybody. Absolutely loving seeing your sew and tell pieces.
For the next 20 minutes, I can't hear you.
What?
Just so you know.
Hey?
For the next 20 minutes, I can't hear
what?
you.
Kay, I have 2 possible projects, both a new start. One's a Hayden and the other's a cross-stitch studio one. Oh, cool. But yeah, I'm thinking, you know, do a Christmas stroke winter, and because I'll get Ice Dragon out, because I'm hoping by then Christmas Cat will be on focus for a finish, and I can be doing 100 stitches a day on Ice Dragon. 31 days in July, so as to get 3,100 plus if it comes up for rotation. Yeah, winter piece, a Christmas piece, either or. I think that would be great. You know, for me, I'm just pledging for these ones to put on 100 stitches on my chosen piece per day. But you do you. You know, if you want to put in 300 stitches or 500 stitches or whatever, you know, or if you just want to work on it monogamously that month, or dedicate 1 day a week to it, however you want to do it. Maddie still hasn't figured out a rotation. Maddie, it takes time. It took me ages to settle on my rotation. If you look at some of my early videos, I was sweetie. I was stitching on what I wanted. But now I've sort of settled into my regular rotation. It works for me. And Ebony's using it as well, and it seems to be working for her too, unless she tells me any different. Sandy, you're going to get your stocking out? Yep, cool. Yeah, okay, you're not doing monogamous again, are you? Nearly broke you. Bless you. You did a great job, though. Still going strong. I didn't have to figure it out. Just copied yours. Oh, well, you see, I have no issue whatsoever with that. If it works for you, it works for you. Some people, rotations work well. For other people, they just can't do it because they feel like they're pigeonholed into something. But because I'm a progress and process stitcher, it works for me. And I think you're same as me, Ebony, aren't you? You like to see progress, but you love the process of doing it too. Yes, Kay, probably is why your stitchy bug went and took a little nap. There we go. I think once I have 2 more new starts, I may do a different one each week, maybe Hufflepuff and one other one. Just you'll find what your rhythm is, Maddie. You really will. You know, for me, like I said, it took me a long time to work this out. Definitely slow progress kills me, but that's why it's great that the focus gets really good progress and the rest just comes along nicely. Yes. The focus gets the progress and then you get the excitement of a finish or approaching a finish. But then each one, I can see 1,000 stitches. I can see it. And that for me is important. Monogamous has had too many that I put down and never picked up again. That works for you, Michelle. Cheryl's still figuring out parking yet. Maddie just needs someone to help me with mine. I'm all over the place. There is a thread about it in the Simply group. I did post a thread about parking with some suggestions on it and rotations, not parking, rotations. So it might be worth, see if I can later, I'll bump the thread and tag you. 1 day or 1,000 stitches minimum, then change. I alternate with the height. So yeah. Though I do have one that I started before my eldest son was born. I've not touched it in God knows how long, and he was 38 next week. Yep. You budge up on that bench, because I had one that I started when Hannah was born, a birth sampler. I don't know where it is. Anyway, Andy can't hear us, so we can talk about him. I know. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just listening through to something. Anyway, we can get to talk about him. I want to keep stitching on bedtime story, but need a break and do some knitting or crocheting. I can't wait to get back to colour pin stitching, but rotating doesn't feel good. Yeah. And you know, that's the thing, Joyce. For, like I said, for some people, rotations work really, really well. You know, Carla, who's the Stitchy Witch, she sort of keeps trying to get into a routine with the rotation, but then it just doesn't happen for her. And she's the kind of person where rotation just doesn't work. But for me, I'm absolutely routine focused. I know where mine is, and it's still kitted up. Oh, I don't know where one of his for Hannah. I might start winter now. Summer is finished. Where? We could always start it in July, Christmas or winter in July. 100 stitches a day. Get some progress. I have butterfly, fort blanket, harmony, aurora cabin. 2 more and I will be set. 1 per week with a floater that's smaller, as just in case. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, rotation can be really difficult for some people. Some people can be easy, but it took me so long to get into my rotation. And I've now sort of fine-tuned it to how I want it.
Come on.
I like to rotate, but I want to progress to have this one finished in time for the baby. Yeah, absolutely, Joyce. Didn't work on my night cafe this week because I had a model stitching. Using a scroll frame and stand, changing my piece out is too much work to rotate very often. Yeah, I get that. But you know, it's what works for you, isn't it? Oh, the cat's big mad. She's on a scratchy box. She was just sat next to me. She come down off the windowsill to sit next to me. Little monkey. Scroll frame and tend to swap out at the end of the day, going to bed with what I put in ready for me, so it works for me. Oh, cool. You all right, Lauren?
Yep.
I think I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to restart a stitching shelf on either 32 or 40 count using tent stitch. Yay, Sharon just hit 65%. Thank you, dear. Sign language bell. I have no wish to demonstrate the actions that I just used, but there you go.
What is that sign language?
Something like that. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come down to Fanny's.
Okay. You straighten your hair?
No.
Why does it look flat then?
Because I dried it, blow dried it.
Oh.
I can't be bothered to wait for it to dry.
Okay. That kid's growing up far too fast. Can't believe it's the last day in school tomorrow, last exam. Then she's just got to go up on Wednesday for an assembly. And then that's it, she's all done. I was saying to Andy earlier, I've had 20 years of battling the school system. Because Hannah had a diagnosis of autism, and that made school complicated because before getting any extra support or help or anything, I had to get a diagnosis, which I had a battle for. Victoria had her dramas through school. Didn't get a prom or anything like that because she left school during COVID. And then Lauren, moving her from one comp to another, just terrible. You know, she had a terrible time at the beginning. But finally, after 20 years, no more battling with schools. Doggy draining time. She's going to got Leden's looking at me like, Mum, hurry up, will you? No worries, Michelle. Thanks for joining, my lovely. It's one way of putting it, doggy draining time. See you guys Wednesday, if not before. Yep, no worries at all. I shall be here on Wednesday. I was just bushwhacked last week, and there was no way I couldn't keep my eyes open, never mind do a live. I was actually in bed at 10 to 9 on Wednesday. I was asleep by 9 o'clock. And me, I'm a 10:30 bed and up at sort of any time after 5:30. I was in bed at 9 o'clock. Asleep at 9 o'clock, and excuse me. I got up at about 6 on Thursday and actually felt like I'd had some sleep, which was good. It's just simply because I've been so busy with work. It's just completely took it out of me, which tells me that I'm definitely ready for this week off. But you swap one thing in for another. I've got 1,000,001 things to do. Michelle is one of those doggies you can set your watch by. I have a cat that you can do that by. She comes in and shouts for a breakfast. Then at lunchtime, she shouts for a lunch. At tea time, guess what? She shouts for a tea. And then at supper time, she definitely shouts for that. And she gets indignant if we go out. If for this house to be empty, it's a rare occurrence. It's usually once a week when we all go to Asda. It's not usual that we would all go out. And you can guarantee when we come back, she'll be sat at the patio doors with the most indignant look on her face, as to say, how rude of you, how dare you all leave me. When I was working, I always said I was on hamster wheel, the big one during the week, and then the smaller one at the weekend to do the chores. Yes. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm fettling in my garden at the moment. I've got the kind of garden where the only thing that would improve it would be a grenade. And I've said, I'm going to pledge like an hour a day on it until it's done. Because that's the only way I can see myself doing it. It's just chipping away at it bit by bit. Because if I do too much, it'll be overwhelming and I won't want to do it. My garden's getting done tomorrow. Do the main grass part in the week. I take the bushes. Yeah. I've got a lot of brambles in my garden, hence the big scratch. Last year we had paid somebody to come and do it, but I can't afford that this year. All my ring fence funds are either mine for my hobby, which I hopefully you guys will agree, which I deserve, and B, for a solicitor's thing, paying off the ex-husband. I hate gardening. I would rather be boxing, brisk walking, or crafting. Yes, I'd rather be doing anything else. Anything else. I would sooner paint. I'd sooner decorate than garden. Yes, I did, Joyce. I did say that the best thing for the garden would be a grenade. It would sort it all out in one fell swoop quickly. Why, have you got one handy? I think that's my brain fatigue, just overload with work and life. Yeah, like I said, I had a bit of a rant, Andy, about it this week. About work and life and what I'm not getting out of it. I think we just have to from time to time. You've got such a way of putting things. Yeah, I've heard that once or twice from Andy. I tell you what, if I went on YouTube and you heard some of my comments, particularly regarding next door's children, my annoyance, not directed directly at them, but more at the parenting, because the parenting could be so much better. It could prevent half of the issues that we're having. To say I'm opinionated would be an understatement. Maybe I should have memberships and have the real uncut, opinionated, rant-worthy live stream, you know. But I just wouldn't. I don't know if I'd want to risk that, because you might fall out with me. I'm not always right. I'd be lying if I said I was. But sometimes when you get cross about things, you just have to. You just have to speak up, don't you? Whoops, in one form or another. And usually for me, it's having a good rant, finding some way of describing it. I've never enjoyed working in the garden, Kay. Never. My mum used to try and get us to do it when we were kids. You know, we had a little patch of the garden to look after. I hated it. I'll be doing anything else but gardening. Consider it a pressure relief for health. Yeah. Trouble is though, poor old Andy normally gets it. Me having a good old ranty sesh. We've had a couple of times this week, the both of us, where we've shouted through the wall next door. Because it's just getting beyond the ridiculous. They're allowing their child to literally scream his head off. And twice last week, he was doing it at 10 and 10:30 at night. Monday, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got woken up with a mysterious pain in my foot. I'd not knocked it or banged it or anything like that. I don't think it's anything like plantar fasciitis, because it's too high up on the foot. There's nothing visible, no lump, no bump. Like I said, I hadn't banged it, I hadn't walked funny, I hadn't fallen over, anything like that. It was just literally like this searing pain. And it was like, yeah, we've had enough of you being asleep now. Here, let's have a pain in your foot to wake you up. So I was awake at 3:30 and wide awake. And there was no way that I was going to get back to sleep with this pain every so often just throbbing its way through my foot. So I decided to get up, because what else can I do? So at 3:30, I'm down here, or 4 o'clock down here, made a coffee, fed the cat, got my stitching out. So that night I was like, oh, I'm super tired. Went to bed about 9:30, 10:15. Before I managed to get to sleep, he was screaming his head off next door. I was like, really?
Yes.
And then the next night, hoping to get an early night again, he did exactly the same thing. He had a massive meltdown tantrum at bedtime. Never had an issue with him going to sleep before. The only time that we've ever heard them in the night was when him and her, the parents, had a massive row once at 2:30 in the morning. Woke us up. Hannah's got one of her workmates, lives across the road. Apparently every time my mum sees our next door family coming in and out, Dad runs to the car with the children and Mum just saunters out a little bit later on, doesn't particularly do anything. They call them the Addams family. And I was like, yeah, that's a name I can get behind. So yeah, so 2 nights I had massive disturbed sleep, which is probably contributed to me being so tired this week. Just screaming through the wall at them. Now I didn't necessarily scream at them. We just shouted shush through the wall. It did for me. I don't know about Andy though. We don't live silently. I'd be lying if we said that we did. You know, sometimes I shout upstairs to the girls, especially if they're having a quarrel. But it certainly doesn't go on for a prolonged period of time. And when you're talking full-on screaming from the bottom of your belly for 20 minutes and half an hour at a time, it gets very wearing. How on earth that they are coping with it as parents, I don't know, because I think it would have driven me crazy. But I'd be lying if I said we live silently, because we don't. You can't. But when my children were that age, they didn't do that. There's clearly an issue somewhere. I don't know. We know literally next to nothing about them. Children could have special needs or anything. We don't know. But what we do know is that it's very wearing and exhausting to listen to.
I can now hear you again.
Oh, can you? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We'll stop talking about you now then.
What have you been saying about me?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
What's everything when it's at home?
Just everything.
Hopefully nothing too bad.
No, we're just talking about everything, really. Oh, just chewing the fat about next door.
Oh.
Did it work when you shouted "shut up" through the wall?
No.
Oh, there you go. So it kind of worked for me, but it didn't work at all for Andy. You have more patience with me than with the kids and stuff. Yeah, well, it's very, they're a bit of an oddity. Because for me, I mean, when my kids were little, they used to go out to walk, even if it was just to the shop, stretch the legs. Walking's good for them. Gets them out of the house, bit of fresh air. They just seem to go from house to car and car to house. Don't think we've ever seen them or known them going into the park or anything like that. You see, my kids, if they want to scream and shout, they're off to the park, could do it there. Nobody cares. And by the time they got home, they were too blooming knackered to shout and scream through the walls for the neighbours' benefit. So this is Aragorn's head. It's his sideburns and his ears sort of here. That's an eye. That's an eye. I'm doing his beardy mustachio bitty here. I suppose it's a peril really of working from home as well, because we can't predict these things, can we? Well, perhaps Patsy, you would think they would be a bit more aware, but maybe they're just too wrapped up in themselves to notice. You know, I mean, when they moved in, they were a young married couple. She lived in the house on her own at first. He didn't move in, even though they bought the house together. He didn't move in until after they were married. And then first child came along, and then all of a sudden there was a second child. We didn't even know. But I think they're just very wrapped up in themselves. But as neighbours, I mean, to be fair, we keep ourselves to ourselves. Just shout through the wall from time to time. As you do. Oh my days. What else can we do? Not a lot. Oh dear, just grab a drink. Unfortunately not, Hannah, they own it.
What, the house?
Yep.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, Michael and Bev sold it to them.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, they did, didn't they? I'm not being funny, but given all the screaming from next door, I wouldn't mind having Michael and Bev back.
Well, no, all we used to hear from them was when Michael sneezed.
He used to say "bless you" through the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, that's how the walls aren't particularly thick, because the people who lived there before, when he would sneeze, Andy would say "bless you" through the wall, and then he'd go "thank you" back.
At least they were good. They were grateful for it, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they weren't bad neighbours, were they? It was funny the other day they had a row with the daughter, but there you go.
It was funny, that, in a way.
It was awful, but it was funny.
It was kind of...
You know when you're on the outside looking into drama?
Sometimes that's the best place to be.
Hey, Vicky.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
It's all good fun.
I love it, mate.
How old is the second kid?
2, I think.
If so, she had postpartum depression. It wasn't diagnosed, just gone on. Possibly, yes. Because the little boy is coming up 5, I think, and the little girl is 2.5.
I forget how old they are.
Yeah, he's coming up 5, the little lad.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah.
He's a trouble causer, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
according to what his mum said to him, yeah.
We can only go on what we hear through the wall.
And we hear it very clearly.
Oh, yeah. We definitely hear it very clearly. I mean, I'm not being funny, but that lass can shout. I'm talking about the mother there.
I think the longest conversation we had with them was when they both had a row on a Sunday, and we went round just to make sure that her and the kids were okay when he bogged off in the car for a bit. It's the longest conversation we'd had, innit?
I'm not even sure what that row was about, actually.
Money, I think.
Yeah. The root of many arguments.
And she may be unaware that she needs to help the way she comes out of the house later to get in the car. That's a good point, actually, Maddie. I hadn't thought of that.
The thing is, we don't know that kind of thing, because we don't ask questions, do we?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only time we really spoke to him was last summer.
And even then, it was only a fleeting.
Yeah, and there was a big row, weren't there?
Yeah, it's not as if... I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're not horrible enough to ignore our neighbours completely. We know they're there, and you know, we're aware of their goings on, but we don't talk to them very much because, to be fair, they don't talk to us. And that's not because we don't.
We
like
just keep
each other.
ourselves to ourselves, don't we?
It's not because we don't like each other. It's more a case of they've got their life, we've got ours.
Yeah.
Let them get on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just.
Well, we try to. But the screaming's not helpful.
No, it's not.
Isn't. But we can't change it.
I'm sure there's something you can get to put onto the joint wall to produce the noise. It's like plasterboard. Yeah.
Can you?
Failing that, I'll just get some egg boxes.
Egg boxes?
Yeah, egg boxes we use for soundproofing in studios and stuff. Hey, Caroline.
I never thought of that.
You are not nailing egg boxes to my wall.
I never suggested we'd actually do it, but, you know, if you're out of options...
Not quite out of options.
Oh, that's good to know. Did I still see the cat skulking about?
Oh, yeah, you always see the cat skulking about.
No, I just wondered because last I saw her was on the windowsill and I've kind of not looked at the windowsill for the past 20 minutes or so. The only reason I'm asking is because I know what time it is. Regular butler's not here.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put it this way as well. I mean, Hannah went to bed the other night and little lad was having his tantrum.
Like he does.
And she was furious about it. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I can get ranty and gobby sometimes, but Hannah's 10 times worse.
What, for being ranty and gobby?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Usually Hannah's ire is directed at the wrong people. And I'm usually the one on the end of it.
Vicky got 574 stitches in on Kaleidoscope of butterflies done yesterday. Only 566,960 to go. Cool. It's 574 less that you have to do. Think about it like that.
Oh, I'm going to feed this cat, wherever this cat may be. Hey, have you shown them my Father's Day balloons?
No. My nails are getting ready to be done, Lizzie. Can you see? Grown quite a bit.
Yeah, so basically, people, with it being Father's Day here, this morning I came down to a whole host of these things.
And you come down to a load of Father's Day balloons.
And not just that, there was this inflatable crown. Get a load of this.
An inflatable crown.
Which I had to wear. I was forced to wear it.
It was all right though when it got the sweets and the chocolate.
Yeah, because what I'm not telling you there is that the crown in the middle of it was full of sweets.
Yeah.
When I arrived.
Super thoughtful. I'm thinking about doing some videos for TikTok. I need a TikTok lesson. You see some stitchy videos on there. I'm thinking about doing something like that. So I might even look at that this week. Oh, cat's heard the cat food pouch.
I know. Don't worry. I know. This cat's not thick. Oh, yeah. You know.
Let's say you wear it. I've got a picture. I can always pop it in the group. He doesn't look terribly impressed with it though, I have to say, in the picture.
Right, come on then, Ange.
Caroline says Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm assuming you all know that I'm not actually Hannah and Lauren's actual.
Yeah, they know that you're their stepladder.
Yes, step ladder. Yes, it's never stepfather. It's always step ladder in this house. Step ladder.
Because you never, because well, they would say that they never knew their real ladder, but of course they did.
They did, unfortunately. Although Lauren can't remember him.
Yeah, Andy's been in the girl's life longer than their own dad. And he's done a wonderful job with them. They have their moments, but they're family.
Who has the moments?
Girls.
What did I care to mention?
Oh, yeah. More than I'd care to mention and all.
Such is life, Nicky. Such is life.
You're there, Andy, and that's what matters. Absolutely it is. Okay. 300 stitches done, chaps. I need a wee. So I'm going to have to call this one a night, I'm afraid. But we've gone over 2 hours. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for commenting. Hey, Kay's got 1,000 stitches up.
Oh, I've just put the bell away.
Well, you should never put the bell away.
Well,
We'll go ting-a-ling-ling-ling.
hang on just a minute. Hang on, just for you, Kay. I will make an exception here.
It is a birthday.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Then you're gonna get an extra long ting then for that. There you go.
Okay.
I have the bell back out just for you.
So we'll see you Wednesday. I'll put out my floss tube Tuesday, and then don't forget Wednesday you'll get to see She Sleeps. I'm so excited. So have a great week. See you midweek, or if not, see you next weekend. So take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.